What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with another Christmas carol, and we're going to listen to another one by Johnny Mathis. I've said it, I think, both of the last two holiday seasons when I've done holiday reactions. This CD is maybe the all-time classic to me. It's the one I remember hearing the most when I was growing up. My mom, in particular, has been a big Johnny Mathis fan for a long time, and I think my dad also enjoyed his music as well, specifically as this holiday CD, which is Merry Christmas. Now, I actually have this on CD and vinyl, but given as the vinyl is quite old, in fact, the vinyl copy I have is a monophonic record, which is to say it's an earlier release of the album. Eventually, it was released in stereo sound, of course, but yeah, I think the vinyl I have is from the 1950s, so we'll listen to the CD because it will have less surface noise and fewer scratches. But yeah, we're going to listen to Sleigh Ride. I do think I reacted to a version of this last time around from the Boston Pops conducted by Arthur Fiedler, I believe. But this has a more central singing voice arrangement. Now, to be fair, there's a lot of string work in this, and I think we hear some bells. It's a very lively carol, as you would expect if it's about a sleigh ride. But I like the lyrics in this one in that it speaks to holiday parties and passing around pie and drinking coffee and having this warm feeling that nothing in the world can buy. Now, again, I get it. I've done reactions about Christmas that are more nuanced. Certainly Magna F from a-ha has done a lot of holiday songs, including his most recent one, Giving Into Christmas, where it takes a more measured approach to the spirit of the season and maybe even comes after a false or plastic understanding of what holiday spirit can be about, certainly a consumeristic approach. But as someone who grew up with a lot of happy holidays, and I always mention this, but my birthday is 1 week before Christmas, so it was always part of a very happy season for me. I remember many holiday parties where I had fun and I was getting gifts and giving gifts and eating cake and pie and holiday cookies. So some of the lines in this one speak to my enjoyment of the holidays as a youth right up on into the present as an adult. I will say, though, I've never lived in a snowy climate, meaning I've been in snow before, and indeed there are parts of California where it does snow at elevation, but in the part of Southern California where I've grown up and still live, we don't get snow, so I don't really have white Christmases. I don't ever remember being on a sleigh ride, certainly not in a holiday context. Nevertheless, some of the other lines do speak to my own appreciation for the holiday season and the warm memories that it can bring, which is another line in the song. So, at the end of the day, this has always been a favorite. Let's hear it. This is Johnny Mathis and his performance of Sleigh Ride, included on his Merry Christmas holiday album from the mid-20th century. It's like, I think, late 50s.
Just hear those sleigh bells jingling, ring, ting, tingling too. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling you boo. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, let's go, let's look at the show. We're riding in a wonderland of snow. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, it's grand, just holding your hand. We're gliding along with the song of a wintry fairyland. Our cheeks are nice and rosy and comfy, cozy are we. We've snuggled close together like two birds of a feather would be. Let's take that road before us and sing a chorus or two. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. There's a birthday party at the home of Farmer Gray. It'll be the perfect ending of a perfect day. We'll be singing the songs we love to sing without a single stop. At the fireplace where we'll watch the chestnuts pop. Pop, pop, pop. There's a happy feeling nothing in the world can buy when they pass around the coffee and the pumpkin pie. It'll nearly be like a picture print by Currier and Ives. These wonderful things are the things we remember all through our lives. These wonderful things are the things we remember all through our lives. Just hear those sleigh bells jingling, ring, ting, tingling too. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling you. Come together with you. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, let's go, let's look at the show. We're riding in a wonderland of snow. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, it's grand, just holding your hand. We're gliding along with the song of a wintry fairyland. Nice and rosy and comfy, cozy are we. We snuggle close together like two birds of a feather would be. Let's take that road before us and sing a chorus or two. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Lovely weather for a sleigh ride together. Lovely weather for a sleigh ride together. Lovely weather for a sleigh ride together.
Always interesting though to fade out. I feel like most carols come to a natural end. You don't tend to hear fade outs with carols, at least that's been my experience in the vast majority of holiday music I've heard. Nevertheless, as I said, this one is always a favorite. It's lively, it's fun. As a kid, I think I enjoyed carols and holiday songs that had a bit more energy to them. And yes, as I said, the idea of these lovely memories are things that will carry through our lives. It certainly has been the case for me, and though I get many people do have more mixed feelings about the holidays, I feel like embracing the better side of it, just enjoying them while we're alive, is something that seems very profound to me. So the idea of appreciating those moments, even if life isn't always perfect at the time you're going through the holidays, I think is something that's very nice. So ultimately, I sympathize with the themes of this particular carol. I like how in this rendering we get both bowed strings and also the pluck strings. We get the sleigh bells, not just bells, but literally the sort of clattery sleigh bells. I think maybe there's a xylophone in there too at a couple points. Maybe there's some chimes, like some struck chimes. We do also get that wood tap, which I think simulates the sound of horse hooves clipping and clopping along the way, although I suppose in snow it's a bit more muffled. But as I said, I'm not someone who grew up in a snowy climate, and most of my winters have not been white, but at the end of the day, I have, number one, been in snow at least a few times, and number two, I appreciate the visual landscape being suggested by a carol like this. So, as I said, always a classic for me. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Peace.